Hey everyone, so here's the thing. I run a wildlife photography and reels account on Instagram with more than 60,000 followers. Cool, right? But here's what nobody tells you about being a content creator. Reaching out to brands for collaboration is like trying to get a lion's attention with a whisper. You need to be loud, you need to be personal, and you definitely need to stand out. And let me tell you, writing personalized emails to dozens of brands, that's more exhausting than hiking through a jungle at 5 a.m. for the perfect sunrise shot. So today, I'm going to show you how I built an AI agent that does the heavy lifting for me, crafting personalized tailored emails that actually sound like me, not like a robot. Let's dive in. Here's my challenge. I want to collaborate with brands. Think camera gear companies, outdoor apparel brands, wildlife conservation organizations, you name it. But here's the catch. Every single brand needs a different email. I can't just copy paste, hey, I have 60k followers, let's work together. That's like using the same pickup line on everyone. It just doesn't work. Each email needs to explain why my wildlife photography profile is the perfect fit for their brand, what value I bring to their specific audience, how our collaboration would be a win-win. And imagine doing this for like 10, 20 or 50 brands. My fingers would be falling off. Plus, I'd rather be out in the field photographing a leopard than sitting at my laptop typing emails all day. So I thought, what if I could just give an AI agent a list of brands and it figures out the rest? It would research each brand, understand what they do, and craft a personalized email explaining why my wildlife content is a perfect match for them. Think of it like having a personal assistant who knows you so well they can speak in your voice, understand what each brand is about, and create emails that actually sound human. And that's exactly what we are building today using n8n. Now, if you're new to n8n, it's basically a workflow automation tool that lets you connect different apps and services together. Think of it like Lego blocks for automation. If you want a complete introduction to n8n and how it works, I've got a full video on that. I'll link it right here. Go check that out if you need the basics. For today, we'll be using 5 components. Number 1, the chat trigger. This is how we'll feed our list of brands. Number 2, the AI agent, the brain of our operation. Number 3, Google Gemini, the AI model powering our agent. Number 4, sessions memory, so the agent remembers context. And number 5, the web search tool, so our agent can research brands. Alright, let's build this thing. Open up n8n and let's start with a blank workflow. I'm here in my canvas. Now, first thing we need is a way to input our data. Now, click on the plus icon and search for a chat trigger. This is our entry point. Think of it as the front door where we'll walk in and hand over our list of brands. Now, click on the chat trigger. Now, under parameter, we have the public option, which makes this chat trigger accessible through your browser. But we'll leave that off for now since we will test this through the n8n canvas first. Now, this chat trigger will let us paste in something like, I want to reach out to brand X and brand Y, something conversational, more of having a conversation with our AI agent. Now, here comes the star of the show. Click on the plus icon connected to the chat trigger and search for an AI agent node. Now, the AI agent is like hiring a research assistant who can think, search the web, and write emails. It's not just generating text, it's actually reasoning about what to do. Now, click on the AI agent node, and here's where things get interesting. Now, I'm going to click on the add option drop down menu and select a system message. Now, this is where we tell the agent who it is and what it needs to do. I'm going to show you my system message in just a second. Now, but for now, if you see, the default value is you are a helpful assistant. I'm going to leave the require specific output format as off. We want the agent to be flexible in how it responds, not locked into a rigid format. Now, the agent needs a brain and LLM to power it. Now, under the AI agent settings, look for the chat model and click the plus sign and select Google Gemini chat model. Now, this is my personal preference, but there are other chat models available too, like from OpenAI. Now, all chat models will require an API key. Now, I've already created one. Super easy, but we are not going to go into the details. I'm going to leave a link in the description on how to create one for yourself. Now, set the model to Gemini 1.5 Pro. This is the smart one. From options, I'm going to add the sampling temperature option. Now, if you don't know what this is, it's basically setting your LLM for it to be more factual or more creative. Now, if this is set to a high value, something like 0.7 or 0.8, your LLM is going to be really creative. Now, and if you set this to maybe 0.1 or 0.2, your LLM will be more factual and sound more like a robot. So in our case, we want this to be factual and creative just to maintain the right balance. So I'm going to set this to 0.5. All right. Now Google Gemini will do the actual thinking and writing, and it's like the engine of the car. Now save this with a Control S, and now I'm going to click on the agent symbol up here to go back to my agent settings. Alright, so here's something cool. We want our agent to remember the conversation. So if we are discussing multiple brands in one chat, the agent should remember what we spoke about. Now, in the agent settings, look for memory and add a simple memory node. Set the context window length to 5. This is the default value. This means it remembers the last 5 messages. You can play around with this and set it to whatever value you need. Think of this like an agent having a notepad where it jots down notes during your conversation. Without this, it would be like talking to someone with amnesia. Now, every message would feel like starting from scratch in that case. Now, save this and click on the agent symbol on top. And now is where it gets really powerful. Now, our agent needs to be able to research brands. Now, we can't expect it to magically know what every brand does. So we have to give it access to the internet. Now, in the AI agent settings, look for tools. Click to add and search for the SerpAPI tool. Now, if you don't know, SerpAPI is a powerful search engine results scraping API that allows developers and businesses to retrieve real-time search results from major search engines like Google, Bing, Baidu, and others in a clean, structured format, typically JSON. Now, you can start for free with 250 searches a month. Coming back to our workflow, you'll need an API key for this, as always. I've already set that one up, so I'm going to leave the link in the description. Super easy. We'll not be going into the details on how to set that one up. Now for the search query parameter, I am going to click on this button on the right. This tells the agent to define the search query based on the input given. Alright, that's it. The agent will now know when to search and what to search on its own. Now, this is like giving your assistant a smartphone, right? When they need to look up something, they just do it. The agent will automatically decide when it needs more information and then just simply use this tool. Now let's save this and click on the agent icon on top. Now for the secret sauce, the prompt. This is where context engineering comes in. I have already crafted a detailed prompt that tells the agent exactly how to behave, what to research, and how to write emails. If you want to learn the art and science of writing amazing prompts using context engineering techniques, I have an entire video dedicated to that. I'll link it here. Seriously, go watch it if you want to level up your AI game. But for now, let me show you what I'm using. Feel free to take a screenshot of this if you want to. Now in this, I define the role the agent has to play, the tools, in this case SerpAPI available for research, then the steps it needs to follow, the structure of the email, and finally a few do's and don'ts. This prompt is where you can personalize this agent to write emails which sound human, exactly like you. So feel free to play around with this one. Remember earlier I had added an option in the AI agent for system prompt. Now I'm going to paste this prompt which I just showed over there. I'm going to save and go back to the canvas now. And here's the smart part. Instead of sending emails directly to brands, we're going to create drafts in our Gmail accounts. This way we can review each email, make any final tweaks, and send them when we are ready. So think of it like your assistant prepares letters for you to sign, and you just basically approve it. Now click on the plus sign and search for Gmail. Click on Gmail and select the create a draft option. Now this opens up the configuration page. Now under credential, select the Gmail credential. I have already created one. Again, link in the description on how to create one, super easy. Now if you see, the resource option is set to draft and operation is set to create. Now with these two settings, it's safe to say our agent does not have permissions to do anything else besides crafting a draft in our Gmail account. Now these are the guardrails which protect your email account. When you select these two, you're giving this Gmail n8n node permissions to only create a draft, nothing else. So you can be rest assured that the agent is not going to do anything else besides create a draft in your email account. Now for subject, use the expression json.output. For message, use the same expression. I'm going to save and go back to my canvas. Alright, moment of truth. Let's test this. Before we execute, here's the Gmail that I'm using. And as you can see, there aren't any drafts saved right now. So going back to my n8n canvas, click on open chat and type in North Face and hit send. And watch what happens. Okay, the agent received North Face and it identified it as a brand, and it's using the model now to do its research, draft its email, and oh, there you go. It's just sent the draft to my Gmail. That was quick. Alright, now let's check Gmail here, and there you go. That's the email that it wrote. Wow, and it's personalized just like my system prompt. Wow, isn't this cool? It's like having a clone of yourself who enjoys writing emails. Now a few pro tips before we wrap up. Number 1, refine the prompt. As you use this, you'll find ways to make the prompt even better. In the email, maybe you wanted to mention specific campaigns, or use emojis, or be more casual. Just update the system message. Number 2, review before sending. Always review AI's drafts. It's smart, but you are the human with the final say. Think of it like your sous chef. It does the prep work, and then you have to add the final seasoning. And there you have it, an AI-powered email outreach agent that can research brands, understand their values, and craft personalized collaboration emails in your voice. What used to take me hours researching brands, writing custom emails, proofreading everything, now just takes minutes. And the best part, the emails actually sound good. They are personalized, relevant, and genuinely helpful. Now I can spend less time at my laptop and more time in the field doing what I actually love, capturing incredible wildlife moments. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more AI automation workflows, and drop a comment telling me what kind of outreach you want me to automate. Should I do one for job applications, partnership proposals, cold sales emails? The possibilities are endless. And as always, if you need more help in demystifying AI, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.